Welcome back, everybody. I'm Mr. Vidich here. Today we're going to look at all the properties associated with parallel lines and the transversal. Okay, so let's remember what parallel lines are. Again, parallel lines are two lines that are side by side but never actually touch each other. So if we can give an example, a real life example would be like a railroad tracks. They're parallel to each other but never touch. So if you had some line that went like this and another line that kind of went with it, so those two lines there would be parallel to each other. So technically the distance between them would always be the same. So this distance here would always be the same, although my diagram is not very perfect. You get the idea. And in our diagram over here, let's go ahead and label some of these lines. So I have line, we can call it AB, line AB here, and line CD. Well, those two lines are parallel to each other, and you're going to see these little arrows right here that designate two parallel lines. So again, in this case, lines AB is parallel to line CD. Okay, and if you don't see these arrows, okay, you might want to question if the lines are parallel. So make sure that you do see those little arrows on the lines. Okay, the line, let's label it EF here. The line EF, okay, is called the transversal because it cuts through the two parallel lines. Okay, so now that we have our definitions of parallel lines and transversals, let's look at some properties, angle properties that go with those with parallel lines. Okay, the first property is corresponding angles. Okay, and corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal. So if we look at our transversal line, the vertical one here, the corresponding angles are either going to be on the right side or on the left side. Okay, also they're going to be on either on the top or of the bottom of our parallel line. So let me just give you an example so you can get a visual here. Angles 2 and 4, okay, angles 2 and 4 are corresponding angles. Okay, they're both on the right side of the transversal and they're both on top of the parallel lines. There are many corresponding angles here. Okay, 1 and 7, 8 and 6, so they can both be on the bottom, and 3 and 5 are all corresponding angles. So the properties that are associated, you can probably figure this out, but just by looking at them, okay, the property is that those angles are equal. So corresponding angles are equal. In other words, angle 7 equals angle 1, and all of these angles, angle 6 is going to equal angle 8. Okay, let's go on to co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are both on the same side of the transversal, but on the inside of the parallel lines. Okay, so those are co-interior angles. Let me give you an example here. For example, 3 and 4, angles 3 and 4 are co-interior because they're on the same side of the transversal and both on the inside of the parallel lines. The other ones here would be 8 and 7. 8 and 7. And the properties for co-interior angles, they add 280 degrees. Okay, so 3, in this case 3 plus 4 would equal 180 degrees, and so would 8. Angle 8 plus angle 7 would also equal 180 degrees. Okay, the last one we're going to look at are alternate interior angles. Okay, alternate interior angles, again, this is slightly different. Okay, both of those angles are going to be also on the inside of the parallel lines, but on the opposite side of the transversal. So again, let me just show you an example here. So 4 and 8, angles 4 and 8 are both on the inside of the parallel lines, so down underneath here and above this one, but they're on the opposite sides of the transversal. Okay, and the other pair would be 3 3, and 7. And the key to those angles, the property of those angles, is that they're equal. So alternate interior angles are equal. Okay. Okay, you might also hear the word congruent. So sometimes, that's more appropriate, technically correct word for equal. So we're going to say 4 and 8 are congruent. Okay, so just to recap here, again, this area in here, that would be called the interior. Okay, up here would be called, let me get a pen out here, would be called the exterior. And then, so if you have interior angles, they're on the inside of the parallel lines, and above here are above the parallel lines, and above and below are the exterior angles. Okay, and we'll get into some of those properties later in the unit. Okay, hope you enjoyed watching this video, and see you guys next time.